Hello students, welcome to Online Study for You, one-step solution for all your placement needs. In this video, we are going to discuss technical questions of slot 2 on 25th October, right? So these questions were asked in slot 2 of yesterday in TCS NQT examinations. As you know, the slot 2 is scheduled from 12:30 to 3:30. What the different in these questions were, the questions were not more inclined towards the DBMS or computer networking. Means there was, I think, only one question from DBMS. Also, that the questions were very easier compared to the previous three slots which we have created video on, right? So the video is also available for slot 1 and 2 of 24th October and slot 1 of 25th October as well on our channel, so you can please go and watch, because questions are not exactly repeating but they are all coming of same type. So now without wasting much time, let's move ahead. Here you can see the question is asking what would be the output. So the question seems simple, but here you will encounter this slash r. What this is does, that it takes the control to the starting offline. So what will happen, let me just take this highlighter. Mm, yeah, so what will happen, a and b will be printed. After that, the slash r will begin the control to first line, but here print ln at next line command is also there, and we are working with Java. So what will happen, that the next aba will be printed in next line and in this way. And the slash r will what will do, it will take the control to the starting again back. Here this is a straight away question asked, that which function is used to show a key pressed by a user will appear on screen. So the correct answer will be get chc, though we use get ch also in some of our codes when we when we are working with turbo c compiler. So we want that it waits for some input, because what happens, the output is just arrives for 1 millisecond and the screen gets off. So for in that case we also use get ch, but it does not show a key pressed by user at on the screen. Okay, for end beats. So the one which is mostly related or closely related with the actual answer, it would be get CHE functions in C language. Okay, this is very easy. When we implement stack by using linked list, then from where the insertion and deletion happens. Now I will take you through this, because in stack what we do, first we place this first book, second book, third book. Okay, let's take some more book. This is fourth book, right? Take this horizontal lines, excluding the last one. Take this as books. Now what will happen, as we can see that it is blocked from this side. This is a block, and we cannot do insertion neither deletion from here. So in stack what we do insertion also from this side and deletion also from this side, only from the top. Okay, so correct answer would be insertion of node is done from beginning and deletion also from beginning. Second option said insertion of node is done from end and deletion from end. No, this is neither in stack nor in queue. This is possible in that double-ended queue. This can be possible. Okay, that is called as DQ. Insertion of node is done from end and deletion from beginning. No, this we are talking about queue. Insertion of node is done from beginning and deletion from end. This is also not. So in stack what happens, insertion and deletion both happens from the beginning. This is a very famous and very important interview questions as well. So you can write it down. The primary mission of an analyst or system designer is to. In this question there is some problem. Calculate return on investment. Absolutely not. System analyst or system designer won't do this. If you'll be getting selected, then in most of companies the basic freshers profile is also of system analyst, right? So here what will happen, calculate return on investment. No, this is completely false. Second one is development of software evaluation tool. No, because the analyst will not work morely with this verification or validation system testing part. Now we have two options, right? Create a data flow diagram, extract physical requirement of users and convert them to software. I want to tell you that these both are actually correct. A data analyst or the system designer also creates DFDs. DFDs, these are data flow diagrams. Also is extract physical requirement of users and convert them to software, right? So actually these both are true, but if you want to go for which is more closer, then this can be true, but this is also seems more closer. So this is a kind of doubt that which one should be marked, because both are actually can be true. But this one still, I would say that if you have to still go between anyone and mark one, then you should mark this one. You can comment down what are your views on this, or what discussion you had with your friends regarding this, that what should be marked in this question. Okay, so this question is from OOPS, that is object oriented programming system. So it is the question is fill in the blanks. This space is a process to identify key aspects of an entity and hiding the rest. Just when you read this word hiding, okay, hiding the rest and process to identify key aspects of an entity. Okay, so here it means that we have to work with. So abstraction is the correct answer for this question, because abstraction focuses on the main aspect of application and hide internal details so that it will be more flexible for the user to use that application. So for this question, this is a direct answer, that is abstraction is the correct answer, where it is a process to identify key aspects what are actually required and hiding the rest which are not required currently or in the future expenses. Okay, so I have removed other two options here because they were not clear what we got. So I have taken these two only because the answer will lie in these two only. So among the following loop, which is a post-tested loop, so I will tell you what does it actually means of being a pre-tested loop or post-tested loop. If you see a for loop, what you will see, the syntax is like, here the increment happens first and then the semicolon, here the condition is there, right? Sorry, I can't make that good writing here. Condition is there, and then we have here plus plus or minus minus, whatever. And then after this, there is some execution. What happens? So what we learned, that execution happens after condition is checked that certain condition is matching or not. Similarly, in while loop also, I can write here also, in while loop we have the condition here first, right? And then we have the body of while loop, whatever it is there, means condition is checked first. But what happen in do while loop? In do while loop, execution happens, and after that condition is given there using this while. It means since we are testing the condition first in for and while loop and then executing statement, that's why it will be called as, these will be called as pre-tested loop. But in do while, what we are doing is firstly we are executing and then we are testing a condition. That's why it will be called as post-tested loop. So answer is do while loop. Also the question may ask that which is a loop which runs at least once every time, even if condition does not match, then it will be a do while loop. Because as you can see, the lines which we want to execute will be executed before the actual condition check which will happen first time. Okay, before moving ahead, I want to tell you here about some material which we have especially prepared for you guys so that you can do good in your test. So what you need to do only, you have to just search our YouTube channel name on Google, that is Online Study for You, and then going to this very first link.
Now friends, I will take you through the quiz contest. So friends, if you click on the quiz contest, then we have quiz here, click on that, and then you can see TCS NQT 2021 special quiz. So friends, we have free quiz and then we have paid quiz. So friends, paid quiz, for 10 quiz we have just put the price 49 rupees. So friends, first you take the free quiz, and if you like, because we have already included SDLC and decision making, all these kind of problems, so you can go through the free quiz and then you can go for the paid quiz. So 10 quiz will be available in the paid quiz. And friends, we have also released the TCS NQT crash course, and that is just for 249 rupees. So friends, in this 4-5 days, if you go through these courses, then there is a huge chance that you are going to crack the TCS examination like last year, where we had given more than 5,000 results.
So star topology is like this, also called as hub topology. Like there is a center star or center hub and other nodes are connected to it. Okay, in ring topology, what happens? It all are connected in a ring-like format. This is there, then one more node is there, one more node is here. Okay, in bus topology, system is like this: one node here, another here, then another here, some here, some here. Okay, so this is bus topology. So this here I told you that what are these topologies are different types of, and circuit topology is, there is no any topology called as circuit topology. So here the correct output is, which one is not a type of topology? Answer is circuit topology. Okay, this is an important question, but it must be easy. Even if you have a written code of linked list once, or even if you know the very basic of linked list, then you would have easily cracked it. So what is happening? Struct is made. So for linked list, things are being done. We are taking the head in a temporary variable. Okay, and head is 2. So head is taken in a temporary variable. Now, and in first iteration, what we will check is 2 next of 2 is null? No, next of 2 is not null, it is 4. So we will print 2. Then what is happening? We are making temporary variable equal to whatever is next to it. So now the 2 temporary variable will point to 4. Is next to 4 is null? No, next to 4 is not null, it is 6. So 4 will be printed. Then what will happen? Temp will point to the next variable. That means temp is now 6. Now is next of 6 equals to null? No, next of 6 is 8, is not null. So 6 will be printed. Now temp will point to 8. Now is next of 8 equals to null? So when we are at 8, next of 8 is actually nothing. So it is null. So when this will be true, then loop will not come inside this and this loop will terminate. So correct output would be 2, 4, 6. Please remember, it won't be 2, 4, 6, 8. Please dry run, then only mark. So correct output would be 2, 4, 6. Okay. So we have this question. This question is important because what will happen, if we can see private in sum is declared here, and we have this public static void main here written. Public void main is also written here. Public static void main is also here. So in this case, what will happen? The control will come only here, and control will not come here. Since control will not come here, then these a equals to 10, b equals to 10 are of no value, no sum will be done and no printing will be done. So correct output would be no output for this question, because control won't be ever coming to this part. Okay, so in this question, this is also a complex question. We don't know what the actual output would be, because when you see it, it is t. Please take it as t. So when you see it, what you will understand it, this one is simple. Count is 11. From 1 to 11 we are going and we are printing something. It means it is O of n. But we don't know what TCS actually wants us to write. Does it want us to write linear word like linear time complexity, or it wants us to write O of n, or it wants us to write O of 11, or this is also possible that they are what they want us to write is O of count. Since these papers won't be going to physical checking, it means that only in system there only one output will be fed in their system, which is true. But here these all can be true. So I don't know how they will be managing these things, because these all can be true. But still, if you ask me to which one should we go, If we have to, then I would prefer you this, because when talking about time complexity, I don't think we ever say it like this O of count or O of 11. We always speak like this in O of n, although these are also not wrong. But what should you write if you get this type of questions? So it is excluding this 11 count or something, you must write it in this way, O of n. So this is the end of this video. Please subscribe to this channel, press the bell icon, and don't miss our next videos on other slots. Also, I would like to tell you that as I already told in beginning also, we have uploaded videos of slot 1 and slot 2 of 24th October and slot 1 of 25th October as well. Not only technical questions, but there are some other videos for reasoning, verbal questions, and quant questions asked. So please go through them and keep connected. If you have any queries or any suggestion what we should do in these type of questions, what are your suggestion, what you did, so please write in comment section. Please share your any queries regarding test, what is the pattern, or if you want to ask that any problem you face inside test, you can also comment those things also. We will take that those questions to TCS. So students, keep learning. Best of luck for your TCS results and TCS exam those pending. Thank you so much.